Hi, honey.
Hey.
Are y'all plugged in?
I think so. That
Take a
was
breath.
one hell of a set.
That was an awesome set.
Who are so
microphone
talented.
on.
Yeah. Wait a minute. Here, how's that better? Yeah. I want to thank everybody for setting up and helping us, and I want to thank you so much, Dot, Gramma, for having us.
Thank
God,
you.
What a great adventure. So thanks.
It's wonderful, right?
Yeah.
So let's talk about you.
Yeah.
Your favorite subject? It's not. When people say, let's talk about you, I'm like, I don't want to talk about me. I want to talk about you. I'm always about talking about other people.
Yeah, me used to be my favorite subject. These days, I try to keep, right sized. I mean, a little bit of me, a little bit of someone else.
A little bit.
Yeah, a little balance going on. Yep.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
Gratitude is a big part of everything for me.
It is.
Gratitude and just staying with the process of, even when may not have a lot of live gigs. I know a lot of people have that right now. A lot of people are really hurting, live musicians, because they have no venues. But just kind of try to get on. I know a lot of people are doing Facebook Lives. I'm going to be doing that.
When are you doing that?
Well, I'm going to be doing that probably from mid-December on. So if you want to message me, Vange Durst, that's my full name on Facebook, then I can friend you up and get you information on that. Or if you go to the website, there will be links to the Facebook Live events, just to get out there. And what I was doing over the winter was, the spring, actually, March, was I would get some tunes together and I would ask people, what's a request? Yeah. And even if I didn't know the song, I mean, it's a challenge, right? I mean, some tunes I'm like, no, I like, it's not going to work out. But other tunes, I'd be like I learned a Joni Mitchell tune.
Nice.
And I always thought she was beyond my vocal range, but I moved the key a little bit, and it worked out. So it's like, it helps me, and then if it helps people out there to feel connected and to listen into some sort of live stuff, it's great.
It's about as live as we get it nowadays. It's a good thing.
Yeah.
So when did you start your musical journey? How old were you when you realized that you needed to be a musician?
Well, I started playing at about 10, and then I moved to Greece and Europe with my mother, and then I met this little kid from New York named Barney on the island of Corfu, and boy, this kid was something. So he kind of instilled in me, wow, and he played lead. He showed me how to play Badge, my first song by Eric Clapton. And that's when the fire got lit.
Okay.
And so then from then on, it's just been, great. And over the years, I played with so many talented, wonderful musicians. And I've been part of I think this is my 7th CD, my first solo CD. But I've been with bands over the years. I was with Sister Funk. I was a founding member way back before many of you were born.
Yeah, they've been around a long time now.
Yeah, over 20 years. And I was a founding member along with Wendy Taylor, great bass player. And we had a blast. Wonderful, wonderful women. And so I did 2 CDs with them and then went on and had some other ventures. I was in a couple of bands with Deb for over 10 years, 12 years now. So we've been together and doing stuff, and then lucky enough to have met Lydia a couple years ago, and that's been wonderful. So
what does Lydia play besides the bass and the keyboards? I've got to know. Accordion, bass, keyboards. Keep going.
Guitar, saxophone, trumpet, drums, probably xylophone. I mean, I'm guessing on that.
I don't own one. But
She doesn't own one, but you could make your way around it. Yeah, Lydia can play, and she's coming out with a fantastic CD. So hopefully you can.
We'll work that out.
Yeah, her people will talk to your people.
Yeah, my people are so expansive. It's such a huge. It's funny, though, because without networking and without knowing, I use that term loosely, knowing people, I wouldn't be able to find the musicians that I find. And I mean, you're a fine example of that. I was told about you by Kim, and she's one of our nearest and dearest
Yeah,
friends.
she's
You
great.
guys have a serious history.
Yeah, she's great.
She just admires you and says that you changed her life. And that may be true when we look at the steps that we took to get to where we are today. You really probably did change her life.
Yeah, and recovery is a big part of my musical journey. I have some years sober, a couple of runs around, a couple of hundred runs around, a couple of thousand. But
Right.
it's been a great. I couldn't have done anything without it, without recovery.
I agree with you 100%.
If I wasn't sober and clean,
I certainly wouldn't be here if I wasn't clean and sober.
they're and I'm retiring. Friday is my last day as a union member, a proud union member of the Teamsters. And
I
so,
was a Teamster too.
yeah, so I'm retiring Friday, and then I'm going down to Florida. My wife is down there. We have a beautiful house. I mean, all these gifts, they're all a part of that initial, like I was saying, surrender or suffer.
Yeah.
And it gets better. I mean, it got better for me, like, right away.
Right.
It was that's just, like I said, I just try to stay in that gratitude all the time.
An attitude of gratitude certainly carries us a long way, especially during COVID times. Things have been tough for everybody,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
with an attitude of gratitude, we can even get through this. We can all get through this. We all need to remember the things that we have to be grateful for. You
Yeah.
know, our spouses, our wives, our for all of you, your spouse, your children, your family, your neighborhood, your community. We have to be
Yeah.
grateful for those things, right? They're really important. So
And all the musicians, again, and also I want to shout out to the engineer at Pharaoh. Did such a great job at Pharaoh Studios
okay.
in Southington, Plainville, Pharaoh Studios, Pharaoh, just such a great guy, and did an amazing job on this CD. I can't say enough about him. And so, again, VangeDurst.com, you'll be able to stream the CD, buy a hard copy, give you a little bit of time to get it up. Still kind of in the last phases of getting the website up, but there will be information,
It'll be up in time for the holiday.
Yes, it will. It'll be up in time for the holiday. So, yeah, and again, I just want to, again, wish our veterans just to say thank you out there, and also just to say thank you to everybody here who's done all the hard work, the engineer here, and...
They work hard. So let's talk a little bit about what you feel when you're writing a song. We're going to talk, because all your songs are original. One of your songs, you got the poetry from somebody else, but you put the music to it. When you're writing a song, what comes first, the music or the words?
With me, it's usually like a riff. It's a line, a guitar line. It's something that, it's like a group of chords that somehow it's just resonating with me. And then what I'll do is, it's because I'm pretty forgetful, I'll play it usually into my phone, and that way I can hang on to it.
Yep.
And other times what I'll do is I'll get a drum track going, and just some kind of drum riff or some beat, and then I'll just start playing around on top of that. And it's amazing what can come out of that. Just out of nowhere, I'm like, hey, that's really nice.
Right.
And then I might put that down, and then I'll play around with some vocal, and I'll know pretty soon if I have like the soul of it.
Yep, yeah.
I'll know. And that's how I know if I'm going to continue. And if I don't find like that, the life in it or the spark, then I might just kind of let it sit, and then maybe I'll come back to it, and I might do that. So that's the process I do. And then other songs, they just they come out they just come out like getting better. I was dreaming and I woke up and I heard the riff. And then I heard that line, everybody got the blues, about one thing or another, and boom, I went right over to my desktop, and that day I had it done.
Wow.
So that was kind of special, to be honest. Usually it does take, it's the process.
A minute or two.
Yeah.
What does your family think about you being a musical genius?
Well, the whole genius thing, they're all really proud of me. They're all very supportive. I have 2 grown children and grandkids, and when I was doing the Facebook live feeds, they were all on there, hey mom, and the grandkids are on there, and we would shout out to them. I did like a little punk rock tune.
Nice.
Like, no rules, no school, because it was like no school. Because everyone was home.
Right, everybody was.
So I wrote a little something for them. But they're all just so great, incredibly supportive. My wife is so supportive, and I'm hoping to do some live solo shows in Florida. And they also have some really great original music festivals.
Right.
Where you can play acoustic or not.
And
I'm looking forward to doing several of those a year, and I did one last year, and it was great. It was so well run. I mean, maybe not this year because of COVID. We're going to lay low, but down the road, definitely. So we'll definitely keep that in mind, and probably do like a little bit of a Facebook Live CD release.
Yeah.
Where
let me know. I'll pop it up on all my pages.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think I'll have my 2 favorites here, but I'll just sit. We'll just be doing something.
Well, they're going to be up here in New England,
yeah,
so I'm going to stay in touch.
Yes.
So.
And we'll be back in June to stir up some trouble, some good trouble.
Yay.
Yeah, I'll be back to. They also are playing. They have a great band, and so I'll probably sort of maybe sit in with them on a couple of songs, hang out, have some fun. So I'm looking forward to that.
Find a venue here in New London for you to play at.
Yeah, we'll have to talk about that. It's something for June.
Imagine me trying to do that.
Imagine, Grandma.
I try. So this is not your first CD. What are some of your other CDs, and where can people find those?
Right. Well, there's Lydia was super cool and helped me put a lot of my older songs up on Spotify. So it's called Vange Durst. What was it, 2000? Greatest hits. Yeah. And so those are all free. You can go to Spotify and poke around, and a lot of good tunes. And then there is my last CD, which will be available. It was called EV3. Deb was on that, along with Michael Kurzian, really great keyboard player. And that will be available off my website. And then the new CD, Kickass Woman, will be available also.
I like the name of that CD. I like that.
Yeah, it was kind of a no-brainer when I thought about, like, what am I going to call this CD? I mean, it pretty quickly, the
You already
universe
had the
was
song.
pretty quick in saying, you better call.
That's a good thing.
So, yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. When you started playing, you were around 10. Who do you think your biggest influences were in the music business? Or weren't they in the music business? It may have been other people outside of the music business. I don't know. Who are your biggest influences?
Well, back then, it was all about Carole King. I played that Tapestry album.
Until
on the cassette until it broke, and then I painstakingly tried. I was in Greece, and I'm trying to fix it, and then I got sent another one. Of course, Joni Mitchell, Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young.
Big ones for me.
Grateful Dead.
Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young, Four-Way Street was the best album ever at that point in time. I played it on vinyl till the vinyl wore out.
Yeah,
it was great.
And then back then, so many incredible. Of course, Janis, Tina Turner, Melissa Etheridge. That was a little bit later, probably, as I got a little bit more worldly. Aretha Franklin, that Amazing Grace album.
Oh my gosh,
with
right?
the Reverend James Cleveland. I was in London, I think I was 14, 15
Wow.
with my mom. And I just listened to that over and over again, you know.
Knowing that you had to do that too.
I just loved it. That was what, like, I didn't have a lot of friends at the time, and so like she was my friend. When I would hear her, you know, I wouldn't feel so, you know, kind of lonely because we'd moved from Greece to London, and so that was really helpful in my transition to then meeting people in London and playing with people there, and just did some recording there also. Just so many talented musicians everywhere, and it's like I said, it's been a great ride, and hopefully I'll be hanging on for some years, a while longer.
Absolutely, you have
Forever, I hope.
an amazing energy on stage and off, and it's crazy to see you up on stage. We were at Tipping Chair for the Pride Fest outdoor, back when we had all been secluded for so long,
Yeah,
and you
that
got
was
up on
great.
stage. It was
Oh,
so
so
nice
great.
to have that outdoor,
Just to be around people.
yeah, right? To be around
And
people.
it was very safe. Social distancing.
Everybody did their social distancing. We all have to do our part. Remember, I said that. We all have to
Yeah.
do our part. I'll keep telling you
Mask
that. We have
up,
to
people.
do our.
Mask up.
I got the coolest mask. It says love on it. It
Oh,
says
that's
love
beautiful.
on it. Can you see that? I don't care if you can't. It says love on it, and that's what it's all about for me. It's all about the love. If you could pick your favorite song that you've written, whether it's by yourself or with Sister Funk or with these guys, what's your favorite song
Oh boy.
and why?
Well, I'm gonna pick it off this CD. So
Really?
my favorite song off of this CD, yeah, because it's really hard to. Every CD has
It's like having
something.
children, right?
Yeah, it has something really special about it. I think for this CD, I'm thinking "Kickass Woman" is probably my favorite tune off the CD. I mean, in terms of what it says and when I wrote it, and the energy. The energy behind that, it really expresses how it was when I was I was a single mom in my 20s, and it was really hard. It was really hard raising kids.
It was.
And, I was not, at that point, I wasn't sober, and it was just, so that song says a lot about, the admiration I have for the courage of so many women who struggle trying to make ends meet, with kids and job and the
Bunch
whole
of us
thing.
did it. Do you think, now this is a deep question. Do you think
Uh-oh, wait
that
a minute. Okay.
do you think that you would be where you are in your musical career if you hadn't gotten sober?
Oh, no. I mean, I have to say, before I got sober, I really thought I played better when I was high, and that's funny. I really did.
I thought I played pool better when I was high too.
Yeah, I can remember times when I would be like, super high.
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
would write something, and I'd be like, oh, that's
So good.
so good.
And then you
the
played it
next
when you were
day,
sober.
either I couldn't remember it, or I
Right.
would be like, what? I mean, that's just like that's something that I played in my last song, or that's so, but having that gift of sober eyes and clean ears, it's just been able for me to actually get to love my voice. For many years, I didn't really like my voice that much. I thought it was all right. But over time, I see like just what it is what it is it's just me. That's what it is. And people, when I perform or when people perform, the thing that's most special about that performance is the person. It's the person coming through. And if you're a person of, you're spreading love and light or anger or whatever it is, angst,
Right.
and it's real,
It's real. Yep.
that is everything. That's what people want to see when you
Absolutely.
perform. And when I realized that, everything got easier.
So, absolutely.
I didn't worry anymore if I make a
know-
mistake.
Right. I know that for me, being able to live life on life's terms with a gratitude list in front of me is what has made all of this worth doing. All of this meaning bringing people such as yourself onto this show and talking about what you do and why you do it is such a gift. And I wouldn't have it if I wasn't sober. I wouldn't have any of what I do. I wouldn't be able to. And I was thinking about that the other day because I got approached by a drug dealer on the street the other day. And as I was driving away, I naysayed him away. As I was driving away, my brain was telling me, now you know where to get it. And I've got decades with you. I've got decades, and my brain still says, and what will I lose if I pick up? So I'm so happy that we are living a life of gratitude and that we're able to bring music and the musicians to the people. If you could tell us one thing that's the most important thing for you to get a message out about, what would you tell the world today?
I would just say, hang in there. Know that you are incredibly unique. There's nobody like you. There's nobody ever like you. So just let you come through. Just, try not to think about who you is. Just let you come through and go easy on yourself. And, that's what I would say.
That's
Try to have
perfect.
some fun.
That's perfect.